Hi, my name is Jenny and I'm here to do a Friday Reads. In this video, I will tell you about the books I read this past week, as well as books I want to get to this weekend and into the next. So the books I read this week include one children's book or young adult novel, two poetry books, and one graphic novel. The children's book that I read this week is The Magician's Nephew, and it is part of this large bind-up of, I think, all the books that are part of the Chronicles of Narnia. It's a big, beautiful book that I have, and The Magician's Nephew is the prequel to The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and it sets up the story for how the country home in England became part of the family, where the children go to stay, and there they find a way to Narnia through the mysterious wardrobe. So, as I said, I have read two poetry books this week, and so the first poetry book is Hope Matters by Lee Miracle. Lee Miracle is an influential indigenous writer, poet, and essayist. And Hope Matters is a poetry collection that Lee Miracle wrote with her daughters Columba, Bob, and Tanya Carter. They are writers and artists in their own right. And the next poetry book that I read this past week, and it is called The Response of Weeds. And so the subtitle is A Misplacement of Black Poetry on the Prairies. And so this book is about growing up black on the Canadian prairies, and is specifically about Alberta, where I also live. So the next book, it is the graphic novel I mentioned, and it is a sort of sad and jarring graphic novel that I read quickly over one afternoon. So this book, it is Goodbye by Yoshihiro Natatsumi, and it talks about or depicts the anxiety and guilt in Japan after World War II. So the next book I would like to talk to you about are the books that I want to read in the upcoming week. So first is The Cult of the Fox. The Cult of the Fox. Power, Gender, and Popular Religion in Late Imperial and Modern China. I am Chinese Canadian, and while growing up I have heard about the fox spirit in Chinese folklore. Now I want to learn more about it through this academic text by Xiaofei Kang. And I actually ordered this book for a paper I was writing many years ago, but did not receive it in time in the mail to add material from this book to that paper. So now I'm finally decided to read it after having it for many years on my shelf. And the next book I want to read this week, it is Where She Has Gone by Nino Ricci. It is the third book in the Lives of the Saints trilogy that began with young Victorio, who journeys with his mother to North America to join his father at a farm in southern Ontario, Canada. The third book is about Vittorio and his half-sister in their adult lives, and when Victor makes the journey to his family's hometown in Italy. I have many other books on the go, but with the end of the year approaching, I want to try to take it easy on my reading. If I get to the end of those books, I might talk to you about them in a future video or blog post. Thanks for watching this video, and keep on reading into the new year.